involved in this. Now take a look at it here. Oh yeah, you can see that he's the wall actually. There he is. But don't think there was a whole lot of damage to the car, maybe in the left front.
Getting involved. And Jonathan Birds,
Oh,
Restaurant and Hospitality Group,
trouble.
and a big hit for James Davison. Yellow on the course. Exit. So,
Man, oh man.
at that angle, that looked like a pretty big hit.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes in slow motion, not so much. But that did, again, look like a pretty big hit. His status, and now status on that entry.
Yeah.
We have a yellow flag. Yellow flag. Indicates it's already got a car on the backstretch. It's got a little bit of a problem. Here we go again. Now watch it. They're right. A super job of keeping us up to date on what's going on. There it is right there. It seemed to, something must have happened. He came out of turn 2. It seemed to move to the.
Here's what happened. It was just a question of time when that was going to happen. You can't be running that much slower than anybody else.
You know, I really don't understand that because he is so far off of car. Watch from Takuma Sato.
That's such a pity and such a waste for both of them. All they should have done was called him in, tried to fix the car. If it was loose, do something, even if it takes 2. And then right at the end, he made the right decision. But Sato had no place to go.
No, you hang that one on the 33 with Davison because it just makes me mad that he stays out in the racetrack like that.
Yeah, but that's more from the pits should be calling him in. He's doing everything he can to keep obviously a loose car on the track, but you could tell where he was getting past. He was getting past between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. In all the years I've raced here, I've maybe had to pass 2 cars.
Row the later in the race we get.
But Alan, the level of danger.
Caution, trouble. Ed Jones. Off of turn 2. Last year, toward the top of the screen. Wow.
Oh, that's just loose. It's gone by the middle of the turn. He's not around anybody. When the back end comes around like that, it's called oversteer. So we're not sure if something broke or if the car was just loose going in to create that oversteer. But now on board, let's ride along and listen.
Wow.
I'm starting to wonder, guys, if maybe something didn't break there because it was just a very quick little movement in the car. Either that or very loose race car, and that's when the back end wants to come around, like I mentioned. And you become the passenger, Eddie, at that point in time, and very early in the race. Very disappointing.
He was in a lot of dirty air and very low on the track when that happened.
An hour Sunday drive into the corner. Trouble. Danica Patrick. And that will be how her driving career in Indy. Top right.
Very similar to Ed Jones. In the middle of the turn, the back end starts to come around. I thought that she was dealing with a car that was very neutral, too positive on the front. When we watched her earlier in the race, that means it's very difficult to turn into the turn because the back end wants to swap ends. Not sure if that's the case there, but looks very similar, as you mentioned, Eddie, to Ed Jones.
Oh, that's just a loose car. The back end just got away from it. And there's nothing you can do once it goes. You cannot catch it in time. Look how she puts her hands down.
Running in 17th at the time. Another look from Alexander Rossi's on board.
Good job, good job.
That was Alexander Rossi's spotter telling him good job, because he missed.
Trouble. Sebastian Bourdais has crashed, and the yellow flag is out in the Indy 500. Turn 4, and sad to see.
Wow, these cars are so difficult to control when they're on the limit. When you're behind somebody, you get caught up in dirty air and you have a little bit too much steering in. He just had a tank slapper, whereas the last years you'd have had 800 to 1,000 pounds more downforce to help you. Look at that. He just barely got sideways and then lost control. This is all happening at 220 miles an hour.
The cars being so safe today. You see that white barrier that we have in front. He makes it through.
Caution, trouble. Elio Castroneves into the wall.
Oh dear.
Look for the yellow car. Wow.
Same thing. That's the same thing we've been seeing all day.
Ryan Hunter-Reay directly behind him, and Alexander Rossi made some brilliant moves not to get collected in that accident. Back end's light, it comes around. You cannot control that. Let's ride along now and listen.
Just lost grip.
Oh, so difficult as a driver because you know you're backwards and you're about ready to hit something. You just sit and wait.
This will be a good view from Hunter-Reay.
And this, folks, this is just reaction. This is no thinking. The smoke is there. You dive through it. You hope you've gone to the right place. Spotters up top. He made it through safely.
This new car is very unforgiving.
Oh, trouble into the wall. Sage Karam. And another caution flag.
But what a brilliant piece.
You found the wall.
Same thing that happened to everybody else. Lost grip.
Back end started to come around. Got loose.
5 laps to go. Marco Andretti's view of this 6th yellow flag.
To have a shot at winning this race, it'll happen for me and for him.
Crash doc Tony Kanaan is in trouble and into the wall, and the yellow flag is out with 12 laps to go.
I'm okay. Sorry, guys. I'm back.
That tricky turn 2 caught another one.
Looks like the car just started to wiggle just a little bit. Coming out of the turn, back end started to move a little bit. Looked like he had a correction, almost caught it, and then it got away from him.
Almost doesn't do it around here. That's the same thing.
But you're hopeful.
You can be hopeful as much as you want. Once it gets sideways, you're gone.
Oh, you heard him be aggressive on the accelerator. He was looking for a draft going down the stretch, down into turn 3, hoping to make up some positions, and it didn't work out.